Good morning. If you're watching the recording of this later, I do want to immediately impart some information on you guys and for people who are hopping in this morning. Um, this chart is crazy bullish on Ethereum right here. Okay. Crazy bullish. All right. Nothing more bullish than a failed breakdown like that. Ethereum, Ethereum looks bullish. Solana looks bullish. Um, it's kind of retraced. It's retracing the breakout here. This parallel channel. It still looks great. Bitcoin, I would say Ethereum definitely looks the most bullish, surprisingly. And then Bitcoin's also breaking out of what might be considered a cup and handle. It is almost like an inverse head and shoulders, but neckline isn't very clear. You might be able to call 110 the neckline. So I'm crazy bullish on these names because of that. Pretty much MSTR, Coin, GME, or the crypto miners too. You got Mara, you got Riot. They're all going to be probably bullish as well. There's a few others, but um, I typically don't like trading those. I think GME is kind of interesting here because we've got some interesting key levels. We got this beautiful gap fill over 24.27 that I think is worth trying to hunt for with some small size. And I believe I already got some of that on actually. We set that up yesterday. Yeah. So I would keep an eye out for those. Um, and then we've got an interesting open here. Datadog got added to the S&P. It's gapping up huge. Gap ups like that pretty much instantaneously go on the watch list, especially when the RSI is resetting after a gap up like that. So the gap up to overbought. We actually make more new highs afterwards. But the RSI is resetting. This gives this some more room to breathe to the upside. So we want to keep an eye on that. IonQ had a amazing rally yesterday. And this has been a top watch for us for a while. Make sure you're subscribed to the free Substack because a setup like that we actually called out on the Substack a while ago. So don't miss stuff like this. This stuff is good. Okay, is you want to go on Substack, look up the Daily Edge with MBT, and I believe, yep, right here. We were talking about this beautiful setup. There it was. Here it is now. Boom, 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 boom. Magic. Anyways, so keep an eye on that one because it looks really good. There's some other interesting setups as well. Overall, this market looks crazy bullish. Data came out this morning. Good jobs numbers. Traders immediately cut their rate cut expectations. On those good job numbers, and I'm expecting us to go higher. AMD breaking out of this pre-market structure and over yesterday's highs. I would really prefer this not to be hitting this already. But we're hitting new highs without getting more overbought in the RSI. So it's a really nice bullish divergence in the pre-market here. To be mindful of. Google also gapping up before yesterday's highs. We slammed Google hard yesterday. Hard yesterday. Um, so we might set up some weeklies there as well. Because I'm still crazy bullish there. Yeah, I really like our focus list today. I feel like we're set up well here. I need to go live in the Discord. I mean, honestly, I'll just hang out on the socials here for now. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna get this notification here. We're opening. We got about 7 minutes until we're on the live market. If AMD gets super overbought here, the classic way to play this is to actually look for a nice candle to the downside by the dip here. But I really like this setup. Yeah, especially with the 65-minute reclaiming. Reclaimed over, back tested the bullish EMA. Now we're popping over that double top and the pre-market structure. Yeah, this is probably going to new highs. Looks like higher time frames also clarifying that. The daily getting a nice reset here. Weekly still strong, room to breathe. Yeah, this looks really good to me. Yeah, we're gonna bust back out over the EMA here. Okay. The daily's rolling over, but the thing about dailies rolling over, well, the 2 days actually confirming. So we'll see if that actually holds or if that flips green today. I'm really not too worried about it. It's the short time frames. AMD, by the way, is a tougher name to trade. A lot tougher than like Nvidia and stuff. My win rate on it is nowhere near as good as Nvidia, TSM, AMAT. But when the setup's good, and we'll take a stab at it. Really liking Google IonQ, and we're gonna keep an eye on Datadog too this morning. Oh, half day, by the way. So, you lunatics that want to play zero DTEs, I'm talking to you, X, people watching on X, watching the live stream. You better watch yourself on a half day, okay? Those premiums, that theta decay on half days is brutal, okay? I've lost a lot of money doing that. I know it's our Friday, so you might be tempted to play it like a payday Friday, as we call it. But be cautious. I don't trade zero TEs on half days anymore. I'll just say that. So if I want to take something and look for intraday to move, I'm just gonna buy it weekly. And also because this market's bullish right now. So uh, I do want to replace one of these. I'm probably gonna replace Unity. Although Unity looks decent-ish. This name is just a little frustrating. It usually gets these morning pops and then pukes. It's his favorite thing to do. It can't hold rallies. Let's see if it ever can reclaim this. Let's just really quick look at this. That 2-day does not look good. The weekly's finally moving. It's just not really. It looks like a fake breakout on the weekly because of the R ball so dead. The R ball is below 0.5. I mean, ideally we want to over 1. It's a 3.5 in the pre-market. It's not. It might move, but it's just not high quality enough to be on a top watch for me. Coin pulling back here some. Bitcoin strong. IWM is also really strong. Might be a good way to capture kind of the breadth, the upside. Although those good job numbers, I guess, cause a yield spike, which then caused IWM to puke. And it looks like money's going to flow back in a big tech. So we should be mindful of that then. I think he might be a little bit weaker on the run up today because of that. Pre-market looks really good though. Yeah, it ran 11% yesterday. I mean, all of these. RGTI ran 15% yesterday. And IBM was down. Interesting. Oh, news right before they open, potentially. Oracle just got a raise. TD Cohen raised their price target at 275. We have some small calls there. Trump to have tax bill signing ceremony tomorrow. Putin to hold phone call with Trump. Huh. Honestly, not all that interesting. Nothing big. So this is kind of what we wanted to see. We don't really want this to break through this support on AMD, but it's a really nice reset of the RSI, kind of getting oversold without hitting new lows. You're kind of getting oversold while testing like big resistance. Let's see if we can see that resistance of these breakouts turn into support here into the open. That's really good. That by being nice setup for some calls. Let's see what the first candle looks like here. INQ looks really good too. I'm gonna be a little bit slower to get into stuff. There's really no rush on a half day to get into things. And I expect volume to be pretty low. So INQ like getting a really good first move here. Um, wow, these spreads are awful. Let that one settle. I'm not looking for an entry there. AMD getting a good move off the lows there. Might be a good setup to give it a shot here. Let's take a little bit deeper look and look at the 15-minute here. So it's not really what I want to see here, but it's getting a good reversal. Your relative volume is dead, but we kind of expect that. I think I'm going to try to buy the dip here. I'm going to try to buy the 145s. I'm going to keep this one small. Oh, it's already moving. I'm going to try a small buy there. I'm keeping it real small, and I'm going with some weeklies with the intention to swing. Google over yesterday's previous highs. That's fantastic. Have some calls there already. I'm seeing here that my Oracle calls are up 100%. Let's take a peek. And that's why. Hmm. Oh, no, let me take a closer look at this. We did get that price target rise. Wow, it's not even wide spreads. This is legit. This is legit. I had these call setups with the intention of looking for a TikTok deal. Hmm. I might see if I can get a good exit here near the ask. They wanna pay double. If they want to pay me double what I bought that for, I'll take it. Quinn getting a nice bounce. Let's see if it can reclaim the EMA convergence. INQ getting a back test of the move. Um, yeah, AMD getting beaten down a little bit, but it still looks fine to me. Google just pushing higher. I like that. I have some swings here, but I think I want to get a little bit more aggressive as we come in. We're going up to 180 now. Man, that's fantastic. So, ugh, it's really just not a lot of liquidity here with me. I'll look at the 65-minute here. Quick. I might chill. I got the open position. I might just sit on that one I did for a moment. It looks like we're kind of broadly selling here on the tech names I'm looking at, but we're getting a move up from the index. Let's kind of get a bigger picture here. A lot's flat. Big tech names are moving. Actually, Google's a laggard. Meta getting brought up huge after that dip. Looks like the R vol's inflated as well. Could be. This actually looks like it might be setting up a cup and handle here. Let's look at the 65-minute. Breaking out. 15-minute confirming, but it's getting crazy overbought here already. So let's look. Let's literally look for like a back test here. I don't know. It's going back and it's testing that EMA. It was already pumping, and the R ball was pumping with it, which is really strong. That's really what you want to see to verify that we're going to get a continuation here. AMD still looking okay, not ideal, but looking okay here. I want to swing that. Let's put this here. I honestly like this thing getting oversold like this. I'm gonna server meet you. I'm live on all the socials. Good morning, Abraham. All right, Google breaking out over that previous high. That's really good. Let me size up even more. You know, this thing's been paying me really well. I want to try hammering it. So I bought the 187.5 for the 18th, July 18th. I'm adding to an existing position that's up nicely. Bought it with more size than AMD. I don't like AMD breaking down below this bullish EMA. This thing just I'm gonna leave that on and give it room to breathe because AMD always does this to me. This nonsense. I also need to take a look at like Datadog's just mad right here. Oh, A-Lab right here. A-Lab getting a nice move. Why am I getting beaten down on why are premiums lagging so bad on A-Lab? I might want to buy more. Yeah, it almost been mad. I'm gonna set alert here over this pre-market high for this one. Ah, they sold that off. Today looks like crap. Looks like a crappy half day. But I don't believe any of these sell-off moves. This thing's crazy bullish. We doing another rotation? Okay, what's running hot? It's like every day's been a baton pass to a different sector that then breaks out, which is really just a bull market broadening out, which is, I mean, insanely bullish. Anyone bearish right now is wild. So it looks like we got some really good cloud attention. Intel up 22, Astra up, and then who's this? Okay, KRR. Tesla down, Uber up. All right, so let's take a look at data. Let's look at that data dog chart again. It's not waking up. You're getting the fire, coin moving, Google kind of back testing yesterday's highs. Under this bullish EMA here. Mm, I don't like it. This looks very lame. This is a pretty big key level for Kappa, but it's honestly want it over the previous highs. So I'm gonna let fake out. I had to get out of the way of this one, yesterday when it was starting to roll over. I'm not looking for this to get follow through on a day like today. Although, I mean, that's a pretty nice setup. Extremely overbought. You're over that without getting extremely overbought, and your participation's rising as well. I mean, that's pretty decent. Coin puking up that move. Um, I have some coin calls. What are they doing? I'm surprised Astros this week. They're really beating up these premiums. That's not the stock really breaking down out of this chop zone. I bet it's just the spreads. I just want to take a peek at this real quick. I mean, the spreads aren't that bad. I am probably too much of the liquidity here. That's how it be sometimes. Google really getting beaten down. AMD getting beaten down. Are we getting a sell off on the video? Do we got news this morning? What's going on? I'll tell you what, I buy the dip on this stuff. Ukraine news, no one cares anymore. Let's not miss this if we get a move over this level here. It's just back testing yesterday's highs. Those don't look like a reason to get out of that smaller position. I definitely want to swing that. Bitcoin getting a move over 200K, coin selling off on that move, MSTR getting bids, GME getting some bids. Might want to just go ahead and buy some more MSTR. That's probably where money's gonna flow. The sell-offs this morning is nonsense. I'm not worried about it. Things still look really bullish here. Uh, this is pulling back some. You back tested the 5 minute EMA there, and you're on it with the 1 minute. So let's see if we can buy the 460s for next week for one. Oh, filled instantly for 110 here. For a small position because I already have some coin, and I might want to buy more. I canceled the sell order on Oracle. It says 150% right here. This thing must be running like crazy. It's 159% now. People are buying that upgrade. Oh, hold up. I mean, that looks good, guys. They're doing wild shit with these spreads right now on this lotto position I have. Apple broke that key level. Okay. Oh shit, this is moving fast, but I'm gonna take some 217.50s into that move. And I think I want to buy some Oracle too. Let's clean this up. Google looks fine, but Apple's the one moving. AMD starting to bounce. Let's see how that pans out. I keep pulling back, but I want to keep an eye on that. Let's get Oracle up here on the focus list. Let's watch the 1 minute here. No, it's about to work. Work. Apple Pay here pretty nicely. I really like to see this, by the way. I don't want to give it away. Join the Discord. It looks really good. That's all I'll say. I don't like the way that AMD looks right here. And the 65 breaking down. Huh, it looks so good. This morning. The stock always does crap like this. It's giving up the bullish EMA on the 4 hour as well. Daily, general over weekly. Looking mediocre right here. Okay, I'll cut the AMD. That's why we kept it small. I think I have this on a multiple accounts, so let's cut them all. What a How annoying, honestly. Uh, the small account's getting beaten up way more than I would like to see. I like these other positions though. I'm not gonna overreact to a half day here. I want to swing MSTR over the 3-day weekend here. Apple, we could take a 15% on Apple here. I kind of want to. I'll take that win on Apple and I'm just gonna roll it. Oh, wait a moment. All right. I like that defense of the back pass. Let's look at the 5 minute here. How extended are we? We're a bit extended, so let's just chill for a moment. Bull kind of rolling over a bit. I don't like that from Hims. If Hims does get a nice V shape out of here, it's a failed breakdown from previous day lows, and it can probably just equalize out of that. Okay, A lab moving now. This might be good time to buy some more. I'm gonna try to buy. Oh, filled instantly. I bought the 110s for July 18th, adding to an existing position. We're up 25% on the MSTR here as well. I'm waiting to roll the Apple. We want to watch the 5 minute here and see this kind of come back test the bullish EMA, reset the RSI a little bit. A-Lab getting some really nice bids here. Let's get Google up here because Google should be bouncing really nicely. It is. That's good. I'm very bullish on Google. I'm not really worried about dips. A-Lab moving really great. Have some existing positions there. I like to see those moving. We're up 30% on MSTR here. Let's take a look. New high a day. Coin also bouncing. I have some coin calls already. That's moving really nice. MSTR up 36%. Okay, we've made back all our losses and then some. We're in really nice profits on the day now. Up 40%. Bitcoin looking good here. Let's watch this 5 minute EMA, see how far away we are. We're pretty far. I'm going to take the 45% here on MSTR. Now that we're getting so extended, we have other crypto positions as well, so I'm going to let them do their thing. I'm going to try to get 156 for these. I got it. Might want to try and roll this. I might chill. Oh, it fully back tested that 5 minute, but recovered so fast on Apple there. We can buy these where they were at earlier. 15-minute looks good. 65-minute reversing and not very bearish yet. We're honestly hunting for 216. And over that, we can get 220. It's back testing the previous day high. So give me a new high a day and I'll buy the 220s, I think. I'm really curious. This is already breaking out. And the weekly just got bullish with good recovery on the TTM. So coin about to break out. Oh shoot! You know what I was gonna look up today? I want to know. I'm supposed to do this in the pre-market. Ooh. That's a reasonable. Okay, now tell me. Do we have liquidity here? Okay, we have actual volume here. Okay, here we go. Here's a play. I like this swing. Do I really want to buy? What do I want to buy? Where's the volume? I already got MSTR. We already locked in like 50% on MSTR. Corgi, I see your comments. Yeah. D-Dog looks really. D-Dog's setting up here kind of nicely. Yeah, you're right though. MSTR is probably going to run more over the weekend. I might want to left that on. Should have bought more than I did when I set it up. Shoot, the 15 minutes just now about to trigger. Okay, wait a second. We've got a good swing play we're going to set up. But before we do that, let's. He's right. We should look at this. All right. I bought the 500s for the 18th, July 18th on MSTR. And then I want to go to. Okay, and I want this. I want this on. I want to swing this. I'm gonna buy with size. The 25 strike calls on ETHA. That's what I want. I want leveraged exposure to the bullish setup on Ethereum. I'm planning it as a B plus grade, but it really should be an A. If that doesn't make sense to you, if you're watching this stream, doesn't make sense, go to my X account, look at the pin tweet. There's tons of free education, including a sizing guide, and how it explains how I rate my setups and gives an example of like how I handle sizing, right? A key to actually parabolically growing your account is learning how to size up when your convictions are strong. So check it out. Pretty much everything I do as far as education goes is completely free always. I swear, I think AMD is gonna run and I think it just burned me out and it's gonna run tomorrow. I swear it's probably gonna do that. But I hate bag holding AMD. I don't like seeing Google get resistance here, but it's still fine. It's not really that concerning, especially on the 65-minute here, it looks fine. Yeah, this daily and weekly says pop coming probably next week. Weirdness on half days. I'm not too worried about it. A lab looking good here. You're getting that morning pump on Unity, which I thought would happen. I mean, you still have a lot of participation here in DDoG, but I don't know. It's already moving really slow right here. You really want to see this pop through. I think it's probably going to do it. How pumped are these premium? Holy cow, add some more strikes. What the hell? You can't even. There's only the 150s and the 155s for next week. There's a whale buying the 170s for July 18th. I don't love this. D-Dog is getting that move. Where's the pop you want to see? It's not terrible to chase here. Honestly, I think Oracle might look a little better. INQ testing the pre-market here. Apple broke the high a day, but it's kind of dying down. Yeah, we're just getting MSTR movement. Do we want to take a partial here? No, let that keep running. Oh, okay. Our A Lab premiums woke up. A Lab's like hymns, man. When this thing's down like half a point, they've slaughtered the premiums. And when it moves again, they just pump them way more than they should. It's insane. I'll tell you what. Wow, that actually they took the ass from me on the weeklies. I still have the 18th. Wait, what did I get for that? I had those at one. I think I bought bud. It says I took a 4% loss, but I was up. Google's bringing out the weak hands, but my conviction is too strong. I'm not worried about it at all. That's a bug. I see my old order here. Our bot said that I took a 4% loss. I'll take screenshots later. That's weird. Our bot doesn't usually bug. It's really good. That ETHA play is probably an A setup, but I played it as a B plus. D Dog looking good here. MSTR. I mean this 5 minute EMA is doing a really good job of catching up to MSTR though. Bitcoin's like back testing a bit, but the 15-minute looks amazing here. This I think it rips over the weekend, not gonna lie. I really, really do. I think everything rips. Kava, we talked about how good this looked this morning, but I still just want to take it over the previous day's highs, and then I start hunting for this next key level here at 97. It does look good right now, though. Bulls get a really nice continuation. Look at the volume pouring on the daily actually here. Like we're now breaking over this bearish EMA, and the volume's really pouring in. It's light today because it's half day, but it might be worth actually just going for a light swing on this one, just to have something on. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go small on this. Hmm. Okay, Data Dog looking really good right here. Ah, it sucks because I don't want to buy those 155 weeklies. I guess it has really good volume on the day. But you're definitely overpaying for that delta. I can't. I hear someone talking. Did you say something, Abe? All right. Looks like Abe's talking to family on vacation, but in the live chat again. Why I recruited a trader who doesn't know how to use mute button. Okay, well, what did you say? What did you say? Well, that sucks. Well, we're trading right now while you're doing beach time. So, what are you trading? Did you print on bull? This is interesting move. I might keep an eye on this one next week. He doesn't really meet my parameters for a setup yet. You did a good job finding that out of the hole, though. That's a $6 move today. Looks like it's just moving on the good Datadog news here. I mean, Qs are going nuts right now. Yeah, Nvidia's fully parabolic. Yep, AMD recovered. You dirty dog of a stock. Dirty dog always does this. Honestly, the 65 minutes still doesn't look good here. Looks like I might fake that out and roll back over. Looks like we missed money piling into what's already winning. Your Nvidia and your Microsoft are just squeezing on the day. Amazon finally getting a move into Prime Week next week on the 7th. MSG are pulling back, but I'm not too worried about it. It's just eating up our profits, though, which is a little annoying, but not overly concerning. Okay. That's a nice breakout on Oracle there. I think I'll take a stab. Oracle's good, but it's got plenty of room around. I'm still gonna keep it small because it's half day and I'm buying a weekly. I want the 240s for next week. 15-minute was good. 65-minute is a little overbought though. I don't like how the 65 minutes overbought actually. Wait a second. There's still a bullish divergence here on the daily though. I'm I'm gonna get out of these, and I think even I'm coming out of that break even. I'm actually gonna get out of that. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock in my other calls, my further dated calls too. Actually, I think I want to exit on that rally. I locked in 134% on our lotto swings. Man, I am messy today. Really messy today. Yep. Dated dog playing out really well. Just wish we had more weekly strikes on it. INQ selling off more. Google still weak. Everyone chasing. Microsoft and Nvidia today. CoreWeave cashing amounts? No. AMD still recovering. This stock literally never. I don't know why. My edge just seems to not exist on this stock. MSTR catching a balance because Bitcoin still looks fantastic. Honestly, these are down significantly. I might. They are. I want to buy more. You are ridiculous. I mean, my Google swings on this are crazy sturdy, which I guess that makes sense because we're barely down on the day. And we're holding the 177 key level, which we need to hold. So it looks fine. AMD now would be paying. That's a brutal fake out. Man, I am lot Abe, I need you to chill. We are live across all the socials, and you're being a total. I know you're on vacation. I know when I know you're on vacation, but we are at work. So tone down the degeneracy just slightly. Jeez. I think A-Lab wants to moon out of the hole. MSTR pulling back a bit more, which is pretty normal. There's a lot of retail here, and they have really weak hands. I might buy more calls. I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, because Bitcoin looks so good. Does it really matter what MSTR does? You just got to watch Bitcoin. And if it gets a solid move over 110, like over the weekend, if we can get some new highs, I'm actually looking for like 114. Come so that Sunday night pump. Someone just tagged me in something. Hold up. Today is historically the second best day of the year. 4:30 call for next week for MSTR. I mean, what are they going for? That's a 27 delta on the 435. I mean, you're paying 350 for a 22 delta. It's not bad. Implied volatility isn't too bad either. Honestly, the 430 is a little more fairly priced than the 435, but it's slight. It's like really slight, and it just settled actually. Getting a nice pump out of the hole here. Bull looking good. I think A-Lab wants a big move. I think A-Lab wants a really big move. I think this one's being Mr. Sneaky. I think it's being Mr. Sneaky right here. We're up 14% right now. I think I want to buy more. I want to get a little bit more aggressive. How about the $100 calls for the 18th for 235? Look at that massive volume pump. I think it wants more. I think it wants more. MSTR bouncing here. Okay, we're starting to catch some winners. It sucks to miss NVIDIA and Microsoft. I really haven't been giving these a lot of attention due to the fact that I feel like I've missed like the good easy moves, and I'm looking for things like Google to catch up. Google, even right here, like Google looks amazing. This actually looks like the dip to buy, so I bought some more on the day. Looks like we're trying to break out of this bearish EMA, but even the fact that they immediately defended the 177, the previous day's highs, it's still crazy bullish. Amazon selling off, pretty typical around Prime Day for this thing to rug pull pretty hard. Yield's coming down more, so IWM's probably lagging pretty bad. It is. That was kind of what expected from the pre-market. I'm curious if this isn't moving much. Interesting. That's a that's a pretty nice chart. Sh- And that's a really nice gap fill. You guys see this? You guys see these like clean key levels here? One there. Oh, sorry. That's there. Here. Actually, you got one here, here. It looks really messy because of the low liquidity and then a double top. I think this is going to the highs faster than everyone thinks. A-Lab about to break yesterday's highs. Mm, chef's kiss. Pour, pour into it. I think this thing's going to. I think this thing wants a big move. I think it wants to break right out of this consolidation. I just talked about this in the newsletter yesterday, actually. Something interesting to kind of keep an eye on with names like this. What in the world happened to my RSI here? But when you have names like this is clearly a sideways chop, right? I know it's noisy, but it's clearly just sideways. But the RSI is completely resetting. So your RSI came all the way down, even to a neutral point. Right now, I'm still bullish, clearly, while the stock traded sideways. This is kind of like a spring effect where this is um, releasing a lot of the pressure to give this more room to breathe to the upside. With the weekly still maintaining very bullish over the bullish EMA. It's a really good setup. These can just be a little bit tricky because it can be hard to find the entry. The reason I like buying now is because our stop is really well defined, right? If we're really close to our stop, so we keep it really tight, and you can come in with a little bit more size than normal, um, and try this. If it breaks this EMA, it's a exit. But right now, it's looking really good, and I think it wants to continue around. I think it's going to go a lot higher because that's usually a really good setup for some swings. I like it a lot right now, a whole lot. Google finally breaking out of that bearish EMA. There we go. That's the breakout. Next candle will give confirmation. Shoot, I forgot. I was supposed to trade some futures today. Um, I mean, futures is like stupid easy this morning. Literally, like, let's see here. Yeah, that's super easy on futures this morning. Top of the orb, bottom of the orb. You literally broke out. You see this, guys? This is so simple. Orb is the superior strategy. You get the breakout of the 15-minute, but you need next candle confirmation on the 1 minute, right? So at back test, breakout, candle confirmation right there. Right there, you go long with your stop just outside the top of the orb, and you just hold. Look how clean that is. If you're trading futures and you don't use the 15-minute orb, I don't know what you're doing. Because that's free money right there. I forgot we are supposed to trade futures. You do know it's an early day, right? Half day? Yeah. I really want shop to break this previous high, but I wonder if it's cleaned up nicely. I still have some swings here. They should be up really nicely, actually. This is looking this is looking finally really good. This is finally looking really good. One, two, three. You got like a little itty bitty cup and handle action. Oh, you got some really nice cup and handle action here. You actually got inverted head and shoulders. It looks like, yeah, that's a cup with an inverted head and shoulders, and that's okay. All right. I'll join you on shop. I like it. Okay. Oh, 117 pushes us in this big candle. So I'm actually gonna try. Yeah, let's take this in the day trade account. Honestly, guys, oh, by the way, I'm gonna take just a good risk management here. I'm gonna take a partial sell on our really far out the money A lab because we bought the 110s this morning. So I'm taking I actually just sold all of it like a dude, what the I thought I hit the hotkey. I know we're live and I just made a stupid mistake. Well, we just took 31% on that position. We still have the hundreds. Okay. That was dumb. Whatever. We still have exposure. Still looks really good to me. I didn't mean Whoops. We made really good money there today though. Because we came into today with some positions too. I'm fairly certain I also had this on in this account. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I still have some good exposure across the board. I mean, you know what's getting bodied is it looks good today. I some UNH swings too. Yeah. Google giving the next candle confirmation looking really good. I wonder if the 15-minute reversed here. Ah, it is. It is. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, okay, okay. Looking good. Bring me the money, baby. Bring me the money. Apple breaking out here. Uh I meant to buy that when it broke out. It looks like I missed the alert. I was looking at A lab. It's running a bit hot. I just let it go. I'm just gonna let it go. Probably I'm pulling back. Oh, by the way, small rant. How are they gonna add D Dog to the SPY index and not Hood? Not Hood, not APP, not uh not even like MSTR. No, they added D Dog. I don't think D Dog was on anyone's radar. I think the Polymarket was betting on which stock is going to be added. I don't even think D Dog was on the list. Hood should definitely be on in the S&P 500 at this point. Oh, you're short premium there? Bitcoin backtesting a bet looks fine. So MSTI position is going to bleed a little bit. Not worried about it. We really want that Sunday night pump. It's like past 3 weekends, Bitcoin's been really good about that Sunday night pump and then holding it into Monday. A-Lab looks like it wants more. Look at this thing keep reset. Look at it keep resetting. Extremely overbought. Resets the RSI. You see the reset on the RSI while this thing trades sideways. I mean, that's beautiful. And it's doing it again. Overbought, then resets the RSI again, testing the prior day's highs. So let's get a nice move back to the upside here. That's really good price action. Even if it pulls back a little bit further and comes back to this consolidation, I'm not worried about it. I really want to hold that idea. Uh, Oracle, really good consolidation. Actually, kind of like failed to break down what looked like it was going to be a failure of the trend. INQ starting to get some bids now. Looks like it's going to come out of this hole. I wonder if the volume is improving a bit here. It's still only a 7.6, so it's not really that great. It's not that impressive. Okay. I like how we're set up and how this is actually starting to get really interesting out of the hole here. Hold up. Looks like a failed breakdown. Nothing more bullish than a failed breakdown. This is looking really good. Um, I'm gonna have to give this like another like 15 minutes to prove that it's gonna actually keep that get over the CMA convergence. You can see the bearish EMA converging with the bullish EMA here. So I want the next candle to give me confirmation. And then I might average into some of my calls here. There's no real reason to cut them, especially when this daily is just breaking out. It's kind of normal for it to get some resistance at this major key level here. Then a pop through there, though, makes you look for 54. And that shit, this is the all-time highs, right? Yeah. So I'll pop through here. There might be some minor resistance at 48. This is basically 49 right here. Um, but we should clear that and just go straight to all-time highs. Especially with this daily just not firing to the upside. And I believe the weekly is doing the same thing. Yeah, both of these look really good. Look really good. Yeah, I don't use TTM for these squeeze triggers. I don't care about this turning red. I care about the confluence across the multiple time frames. It's giving up this move pretty badly. And that's why I wanted to wait for the confirmation. I still think it looks fine. Second bullish day of the year doesn't really seem to be panning out. Was there news? This kind of looks like some news candles. Let's check this out. I don't see anything noteworthy. The financial sector leading. The tech is strong. I haven't looked at Netflix in a while. Shop looking good. D Dog looks like it recovered the highs of the day. Wow, Netflix crazy strong. You know what's bigger than Netflix? YouTube. Pump Google. Pump it louder. Come on. Don't stop and keep it going. I'm like really holding back on loading up more Google because I'm not even down to my premiums. I'm still actually still up on the swings. All right, guys, we should be ending the live stream now. Pretty mediocre morning, which I thought might be the case. AMD, the one thing that kind of like clapped me because I mean, that was just too brutal to hold. But we played it small. We kept the sizing really light because I know it likes to do that. My win rate on that stock in particular is bad. Like I think NVIDIA, I have like an 80% win rate, and then on AMD, I'm like 50-50. Because it's so miserable. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. The thing I think everyone should be aware of is this breakout on Bitcoin looks very much alive. It looks really healthy, and I'm telling you, I think Ethereum looks even stronger. This failed breakdown on this multi-year wedge, we've bounced in this wedge, and then we faked out the breakdown, broke back into the wedge, back tested it, held. I think we go back to the top, and then we break out through the top. So I took some swings there because I think this thing's about to wake up like no other. I also want to say that Solana also looks pretty bullish too. Ethereum probably looks the most bullish. I know some of you guys are really biased on which one you like. I'm not biased. I just look at the charts. So this like key level getting held right here, kind of back testing it. I think we're gonna break right out of this parallel channel, and we're gonna go on a moon mission. So that's what I'm looking for. This looks really good to me. It looks really good. I mean, overall, it almost looks like a cup and handle, but it's too sloppy. I mean, this was your cup, this was your handle. This looks like potentially a bull flag, like a really ugly bull flag. Ethereum looks the best though. Keep that in mind. I gotta step back to. But I like the way it looks. All right, guys, subscribe to the free newsletter. I'm still live in the Discord if you want to come hang out with me all day. Um, Live and still live streaming in there. But I'm gonna shut down live streaming the socials for now.